somehow working for the humanitarian environment, we tend to forget who we are. So we remain engineers and we remain architects, and as such we should behave. I mean, I'm sure we have learned, all of you have learned a lot of stuff in the university. Perhaps you had the chance to work for the private companies. So this is to say, guys, that, for example, I just want to show you some very simple examples of designs of building that might happen, that we will have to design them. For example, we have health facilities here in particular. I decided consciously not to show you any shelter because I don't want to put any influence. You will have to do your design. But in this one, I mean, this is not a detailed design. This is just an architectonic design for an health centers to come. And this was designed for an activity in Iraq. So I mean, as you can see, I mean, we have to put all the efforts, all the care, and all the details that we might need in designing such a buildings. Because if we rely just on two simple lines, and we might consider this to be a wall, probably we are missing a large part of our job as an architect, as engineer. We cannot forget who we are. So just to quote an example, if you look at this picture, the frame, you see that there are some wall here on the right side. Let me just increase to 100%. To 100%, for example, this wall section, they have a different texture, different mesh, because they are done with different materials. This is the internal wall is made with the cement hollow blocks, while the external one has been made with clay bricks. I mean, there is a proper space study for disabled. There is the bathroom for example, for the staff, and here this is the bathroom for the patients. And then we have the odontology, we have the reception. But this is to say that which is important that we put the care that all these buildings require, because if we do a poor design, we will have poor buildings. Okay. And when you detail a building, so you have the consciousness whether this building is properly working. So moving from the architectonical phase to the engineering phase will be much easier. I mean, in these buildings, you can see we could afford, we had enough resources, but over here we have our pillar, and we have the wall with an insulation inside to cope better with the environment. So to have buildings which are a little bit warmer in winter and a little bit colder in summer. This is to say that it's important that we take our time. This, for example, is the cross section of this building. As you can see, the bricks are properly designed, and the dimensions of the bricks is precisely the dimension of the bricks. The gaps between the bricks is the gaps that we can expect from the bricklayer to lay the bricks as they should be. And also we have put shadows to understand the 3D dimension. By doing this design, we were trying to make a building which was kind of recalling the local context of the historical buildings, of the existing buildings in that part of Iraq. So we got some indication. For example, the section is very important, how we illuminate internally the buildings, and the air circulation, and also another important another element important. This is a school, which is a pretty big structure. Over here, we have a school with a very simple sections. We don't do enough section, both when we work on shelters and in site planning. We have to insist to understand the different layers, how we cope with the ground, and we have to try to detail as much as possible any construction that we do. Okay. This is, for example, is in a health facility, which is fairly big, when you have inpatients, males and females, for people that are spending overnight over here. And we have started drafting in, having in mind immediately all the plumbing system, because it's very important for any health facility. So when we do the design, we immediately start drafting how the plumbing system might be, with all the septic tanks, with all the water treatment. So I think this is kind of important. This is is just the preliminary design. This is for an operation theater complex in Iraq. We have surgery rooms over here. We have all the the function, all the parts of the facility of this building, but despite it's not yet a technical detail, a detailed design. I mean, the thickness of the wall has been taken into consideration, the grid for the pillars. You know, I mean, we have to be detailed. We have to be precise in our work, and this is just the initial stage. Okay, so this is, for example, as another health center to be done. I'm sorry for the poor quality of the pictures, but unfortunately, I've lost all the DVG. I have just some of these drawings, and this was some years ago. This was an health center in Afghanistan, which has been designed having in mind a little bit the local architecture. As you can see here, let me just enlarge it a little bit. Over here, we have an open courtyard with the different rooms, the pharmacy, the store, the bathroom. We have detailed, I mean, the cross-section, how you're going to meet properly the flooring, if you have the chance, how you want to insulate the building. And so we made the building using kind of local style, using arches and domes. So this is to say that we have to remind ourselves that we remain, if we work for the private sector, we have to be far more precise than this. So, and this is a very small rendering which were done at the moment, often designing to understand whether everything is working properly, how we combine the different elements of this very simple building. So I think this was just to make you think about I mean, how we present our work and the way we develop it. I think it's important to be a little bit conscious of that. I don't know whether you have any comment about this kind of drawings and schemes. If you want to say anything, you're super welcome. Okay, I think it's done. I won't waste time any longer. So we are back to our session. And Andrea, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here listening to you.
Okay, I'm looking at the screen. So I will give you the left side of my screen and we'll take the right side. So will be the Rawan, Moshe.
You split. Okay, fine.
I will split. I will have Moshen and Muhammad, and you will have Nizar, Muhammad, and Khaled. Okay, we are going to make a practical exercise, a site planning exercise. I have created KMZ folder, which is in the Dropbox. Is a second simulation, so you can refer to it, or your group can decide to go for a completely different scenario.
Eventually, Giorgio, sorry, give the link of your Dropbox folder, because
yes,
I find it, but not so sure.
Okay.
Maybe I will be with Khaled. Maybe our group will find another site. We'll see later.
Okay. Okay. Just okay. Here we go. Okay. Just a second, please. Okay. Okay. I have put here the link in the chat, so you find the two KMZ. So I'm going to split and to create the two groups. I hope I can manage two rooms manually. Create the rooms. Room 1.
So there are 3 files in your Drop folder: emergency settlement, and community 2. Which one?
No, community, just ignore it. It was okay. Done during a presentation. You can use both of them for emergency settlement. I suggest to choose the second one, so we have a different scenario.
The second one would be emergency settlement or emergency settlement 222?
Emergency settlement 222.
Okay, fine.
Okay, unless you have your own design to carry out.
We'll see later in the group.
We will see later in the group. So assign. Okay, Rawan, Moshen, and Muhammad. Okay. And then in room 3, we have Andrea, Khaled, Muhammad, and Nizar. I hope I have done everything correct. We can stay in our rooms, so we will split the lesson completely. We will gather here back together at the end of the 2 hours. Okay, good work.
Thanks. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Nizar. Hello, Mohammed. Hello, Khaled.
Hello.
So fine. Now the exercise, I think, is rather clear. We are trying to develop remotely one site as much as we can. The idea is to make a general analysis of the ground situation. It means drainage situation, flooding situation, surrounding situation, and the presentation in GIS. We are not going to split it in communities and plot because we will not have the time, but this has to be done as well in AutoCAD usually, and I think that's not the issue, that's not the problem once you have the layout of the community. Now, I know that Khaled, you have a global mapper installed and qGis. I'm correct?
Yeah.
And if neither agree, we can give to you the commands to everything, if it's fine for you, Khaled.
How? I didn't understand.
So you will know everything. And if there are trouble, you can give the command of your computer to me, and then I can help you.
Shall I share my screen, you mean?
You share your screen, yes, and you do the drawing.
So what kind, do we have some data to analyze to proceed?
The idea is if you have any perimeter that you would like to analyze on your activities, we can use one of your perimeters. If not, we can take George's one.
Actually, now I don't have one, but
it should be somehow in a Google Earth. Then it would be nice.
Okay, just let me get in the website.
Anyone that, but also Georgia give us a perimeter, we can also take Georgia one if it's easier for you.
I'm just trying to go to the website now. Okay.
Okay, you have it?
I figure just some file from my laptop, which I will use because.
So, and together you will do yes, everything starting from the watershed analysis, contour lines, and discussing a little bit your site, flooding analysis, and we will you will do it alone in front of us and slowly.
Okay, shall I share my screen now?
Yes, please. But we missed someone. We are only two. How come?
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Is it seen by now, my screen?
Yes, now it's fine. Now we can see your screen.
Okay, I will just open my. I will give this one, yeah.
Maybe, okay, you open straight away Global Mapper. It means you have used it already. That's good.
Yeah, what? I didn't understand.
So I see that you have used a lot of Global Mapper already. No, okay, so go ahead. Yes, let's go ahead. Let's see what we have.
Okay, just let move all these. And I wanted actually to start from scratch.
Yes, it would be better.
Yeah. So, yeah, if we go to Google Earth, because we don't have now some accurate
Yes, go
data.
to Google Earth, and we will identify there the perimeter of your site.
Right, and then we import it to Global Mapper.
Exactly.
So if we assume, for example, a place here.
Just put one point it and save it, and then we'll open it with digital with Global Mapper.
Add a place mark here. How do you say point? It will be here.
Okay. Perfect. And then you save it. Perfect.
Save place as. Z.
And Nizar, please, I don't know if something is not very clear, please intervene and stop the conversation.
Thank you, Andrea. It's clear.
Okay.
So after saving it, we can go there.
Exactly.
And just open the data files.
Before that, what do you have to do?
I have to make the projection.
Exactly.
So we have to go to configure and to the projection. It's all done actually. UTM. And we have to go to 37.
Sorry, Khalid, projection from any list?
Projection, you go to tools, drop down list, and then configure.
Okay, thank you.
And Khaled, go back on projection. I advise you to make it as default. You work always in serial, right?
Yeah.
So if you do it as default, it will be forever. I mean, as long as you don't change it, you go on projection. Now that's fine, but that's fine. Yes, ATM 37. But you see, there is now. Where is default? Why I cannot? Before it was a default.
I think this is from another list or from.
No. Give me please the command. I will show you where. You can give me the command at the same time.
You mean you will the control?
I will control your computer. Yes.
Remote control. Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
This one.
I don't see what problem. Yes. Now I have clicked. Okay. Now I can. That's fine.
Okay. I will open it. It's like here.
It's fine. Now, okay. You go to tools like you have done. Configure. Then you go to projection. You see here default.
Okay.
Okay. So now you choose the right projection like you have done UTM. UTM.
Okay. Super.
And then I do it, and then 37 north. So that's south. What is 37 north? It's up. 30. You go to, and then you click on default. Okay, you can go.
Yeah,
You can do that.
okay.
So next time you don't have to do it, and you will not. You don't need to remember it.
Okay. So after that, we can, now it's done, we can use here and use the specific projection
Exactly.
as the default. Yeah.
For example, you are 15.
No, you have to change it to 37.
Exactly. So now next time, okay, it was wrong. Yes.
What is this? Oh, we don't have
The
to play with this.
VGS 84.
Ah, yes.
It's amazing how many projections you have.
What was it?
WGS 84.
Please, could you please more explain for datum? What does it mean of datum or this? This?
I will
I'm sorry,
go
I didn't
this is the datum WGS 84.
Exactly.
After we do all these stuff, يعني assigning these measures, we go to default and we click this use as default what we have entered, and then we go back also to it was 37 here. What is 37? 37, my dear.
No, it's 37.
Yes, it's here. And then we go to datum. The datum is
down. You should go down, and then you should have W. Hey, there. Yes, it's there.
Yes. Yeah. This is it. We can.
And then okay.
Okay and okay and apply.
And then you have it as a default forever.
Yeah. After that, we have to import the point which we have saved. This is it, point times it from the Google Earth. Perfect. Now our point is here. It's projected. Now we go to we have to import now. Sorry, we have to import now the let's say the word imagery to know where is this located in. So we will shift this down here, right?
You are really on the east side. You might be carefully because there it might be already UTM 36. Syria has 2 UTM, but okay, probably. What it is close. No, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead. It's close to Idlib, right?
Yeah.
But then it's fine. I believe it's close to the sea. No, go ahead. Go ahead. No problem.
And in order not to upload so many data at once, we can just how we used to do it. We can just create a rectangle, a square.
Yeah, you can do like that. I take over. You just take this icon here. You see, zoom. Then you just zoom like that, and then
I wanted to cut. Okay, and then we can cut it.
You can cut it, but yes, okay. But even no, actually, you can cut, yes.
Sorry, sir, I didn't get.
You can cut if you want, but you cannot really cut Google Earth or the imagery.
Yeah.
So just zoom out, zoom in, and then make the perimeter of the site.
Yes. Okay. After that, we have to have the elevation of this site.
No, wait a second. First, you need to define the perimeter of the new site. The perimeter, the area. Where do you want to put your people?
You mean the camp or the
camp,
plant camp?
the camp or the area of the camp, yes, so that we know where we have to look.
So in this area, I will just draw.
1 second. Don't use the line, but use. I take over. Use this one.
The
Create
line.
area. So you have an area. So at the same time, you can have the information about the surface.
Okay. So this mean you mean this?
This one.
Right. So I assume.
Okay.
Okay. We will name it as a let's say plant camp.
You see, at the same time, you have the perimeter length and the area, 0.2 square kilometer. If you choose the line, you don't have the area. Okay, that's fine.
We can just cut it.
Go ahead, yes. Okay.
Select that.
Yeah, the point you don't need anymore.
Here, yeah. This one.
Sorry, but why do you want to cut?
Just not to upload all the, because my internet is not so efficient.
Yeah, the thing is that we have to look around. You need to know the access road. You need to know the existing building. You should keep. So at least if you want to really cut, at least keep few kilometers around the site. So you know.
You mean a bigger area, and we choose. Okay, then in this case we will leave it, and we will just move to make the Aster SRTM.
Fine.
So I think, yeah.
You actually, the digital terrain model you can put behind, because you don't really need to see it. It has to be there, but you don't need to see it. You see what I mean? I take over. I take over.
Okay.
I take over just, okay, this point we don't need anymore. This, I take it out. I delete it.
Because we already projected our location according to it, right?
Exactly. And now we have to just put it up. So it should be I didn't manage it.
Okay.
Okay, so now the digital model is there. You don't see it, but it's there.
Yeah.
But you don't see the camp anymore. So you take the camp and you put it in the front. If I can do that, but it's not coming. Okay, now you see it.
All right. Super. Okay. Now we have the elevation model, so we can generate our let's say we just click it. We can generate our contour lines. Generate contours from terrain grid.
Exactly.
Then we say, and we will have.
Sorry to interrupt you. If you call the layer planet camp, it is not clear. Call it contour line 1 meter, for example.
Let's make it 1 minor. It will be.
Now this you can. This is I wouldn't really change this.
These two, you mean?
Yes, because this is a contour interval multi. Don't change. What you can change is this 38.2. This one is the how you call it, the resolution of the contour line. If you have a very small number, you will have a very high resolution, and the simulation will take more time. It means, let's say, every single stone will be considered. If you pick a big number, you will have a very smooth contour line. The 38 is actually a number generated by the software, which is a, let's say, ideal number, but you can change it. And also important is this option here. I create spot elevation. You see that?
Generate.
This one.
This one, create spot elevation
Yes.
points.
If you click on this option, you will have the highest points and the lowest
peaks
points.
and the bottom. Yeah.
Exactly. This might be useful if you need to put reservoir or whatever.
Yeah.
And then,
okay,
yes,
we can just contour bounds.
this also, you can do that, but you lose time. You can do all visible data on the screen, and then it's quicker. You see, go on contour bounds again. Go back on contour bounds. You can draw a box like you want it, or below you can check all data on the screen.
Okay.
This is
this is quicker. So okay.
And now that's good.
And now we have this.
French, you don't have any peaks, but fine. You can split now this layer. You remember how, right?
Split, you mean drawing a box to cut it, or?
No. Can I have again the control? I show you.
Yeah.
I have it?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
Okay. If you go here, you select the layer, you right click on it, you go on layer, and you can split it. So you will have under layers, the contour line. Okay, again. And here, now you have the major lines. You have contour line intermediate, major, minor, and the peaks.
Okay.
Okay, so if you
what is the useful of this? And what
if you want only to display the peaks, for example, because you want to give it to a wash guy, global maximum, this one, for example. Okay, now let's see where it is. So you can export only this layer, and then you have the exact point. Let's see where it is. It's somewhere here. That's the highest point. Where it is, I don't know. And this is the highest point of your area. Sorry, I have to go back. Let's see where it is.
Yeah, there.
Okay, you see that's the highest point. Your site is here, and now where is your site? Okay, your site is here, and the highest point is here. This you see that?
Yeah.
And this you can export, and this can be useful for a wash guy who needs to install an elevated reservoir, for example.
Yes.
Okay, maybe it's not necessary, but good to have it.
If this peaks were within the site, it will be more critical, to be considered.
Exactly. You don't know. Now you know where it is, at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. Now we have the contour line. I take over again. I just want to see.
Sorry.
I just want to see. Now we have the contour line. I take out the picture to be quicker. Just want to see on the side how it is. Then I zoom in. Zoom to. Okay. I see there is a big slope in this side. Fine. Good. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now after that, we can generate our terrain analysis.
Uh-huh.
So we go to analysis, generate watershed.
What do you miss?
We have to select the contour line.
No, it's not like that.
Just let me remember, yeah.
You have to select the digital terrain model.
You mean this one?
The first SRTM.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can do the, if the digital terrain model is not selected, the software will not know from where it will have the elevation.
Is there any option? Okay. Okay, selected.
No, you don't need to select, just click on it and that's it.
Okay, clicked. Tools. Sorry. Right, watershed. Yeah, example. That's it. And then we can create watershed showing drainage to select point lines. No, we don't have.
You should, wait a second. Can I take over?
Yeah.
Important is this number here, it's 500. This is the site, the size of the watershed area. 500 is a big number. Start with 100 in this case, and then see how big it is. And also important is this one, create watershed area.
We haven't selected any lines.
Sorry, create watershed showing. Yes, you're right. No, not this create watershed area showing. No. This one, sorry, it's important. This one. If you with this one, it will the area is as well created and the stream. If you don't have this one, only the stream. So let's try with 100, and here I write watershed 100. So I remember how big is it. Otherwise, I will forget. I do it. Let's see. Okay, now you see you have the camp here, and your camp is divided in 1, 2, and 3 watersheds only. So the water here goes here, and the water here goes here, and the water of this side goes on this channel.
Yeah.
I think 100 is fine, but we can do the same maybe with 50 to see if there is a big difference. Watershed. Make 50 this time. Sorry. 50, the same. And then we decide which one is the most useful. Probably these is a little bit more useful because compared to this one, let's see a comparison. What area without the area, and without this one.
Or we can just
without the contour line. The difference is not that big. It's really almost the same is the difference. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter actually. So we take the one. It doesn't really matter. So okay, I delete one, so we have less. Okay, now we have the watershed. And what you have to do now is to compare with the reality. If it matches with the streams or with the erosion that you can see. Oh no, we have it already, the imagery, sorry. We need to open again. Let's see if somehow, yes, we can see that it is correct, because here you see a kind of depression. This looks fine, goes down like that. This doesn't look really fine. This line doesn't look really fine. normally, if the digital telemodel model is correct, is precise, you will have also some sign on the imagery. But it's not the case here. But we know that water is coming down from here, that's for sure. Now it's not sure from where this water is coming down from here, but it's not sure. No, it's not this one. Sorry. The water goes down from here.
Where does come from? Yeah.
Yeah, from these mountains here, from the higher level. The water you see this depression here. Most probably it's coming down from here and going down here, and some are going into the field.
Yes.
But and also this also looks like a small depression. Eh? So the digital terrain model doesn't seem to be very, very precise in this case, because in reality we have here a stream probably, and we have here a stream. It looks like. Eh? But never mind, that's what we have. In this case, you could eventually try to make the watershed analysis with Aster to see if the result is better.
Okay, not the SARD, but the other.
Yeah, because we have two possibilities and we don't know which one is better.
Okay, so shall I?
Yeah, do that. So we choose the right one.
Okay, so I have to delete all the.
Keep it. Just don't display it.
Okay.
Because then maybe SRTM is still better. Who knows? Ideally, you do a topo survey with the total station or with the drone.
Yes.
You zoom out a little bit more because you need a little bit more space. You need also the mountains around to see if water is coming from afar. Zoom out a little bit.
Now zoom out. Okay.
Yeah,
zoom out.
Too small the area like that. You need to consider the surrounding if you do digital model. Okay, that should be enough.
And we will choose the Aster. Connect. And after that, we just select it and generate our contour lines. Right, contour 1 meter.
And right after.
Aster, right. And then we will create spot elevation, okay, and all data visible on the screen. Okay, that's it. So now, if we close this, and if we just make the terrain, sorry, generate watershed. We will start with 50, okay?
Well, let's keep 100 so you can compare to the. Let's keep one. So because we have only 100 and we can compare. 100 after, that's fine. Yes.
So what will we do? We will just
now just compare the stream.
Yeah, I will highlight the other stream.
Exactly, and then you compare the streams with the reality on the ground.
Yeah. What imaginary? Where is it? Yes.
Now let's compare with the reality on the ground.
Both are almost the same.
But in my opinion, the upper stream looks a little bit more realistic. No, yes, I know which one is for you.
Let me zoom out a little bit, and then I will try to yeah. This is the SRTM.
Mm-hmm.
Now I am turning turning off
Yeah,
and on.
it's very similar actually.
And this is the Aster one.
Very similar.
Yes.
So actually it doesn't change so much probably.
Right.
Okay, but nevertheless, none of them is precise enough. So ideally you go with the drone. Okay, they choose just one. What do you think is more precise?
Our plant camp is here. So we will save this, right?
Yes, you
And
can.
or export it.
Wait a
to the
second,
ship.
we didn't finish. We want to see if the area is going to be flooded. Most probably not. But let's do a
Okay.
flooding analysis just to check if the area is going to be flooded. But you need to decide which of the digital terrain model you want to use.
This one, the Aster one.
You use the Aster, fine.
Yeah. Okay. This one I won't delete it. I will just keep it like this. I just will select it.
Why you want to select? Ah, yes, fine. Yes, right. You're right.
Simulate water.
No, you
rise flood.
You forgot.
We have to make a point, right? Reference point.
You have to, if you make the water, sorry, the flooding, you have to convert the stream in a, which is a line, in a shape. You remember?
Okay. So we have selected.
Yes.
And we will just a minute.
You go to advanced feature creation option and buffer. You go to buffer.
Buffer, I know what. This is the first one, yes. Let's name it float.
You can not really float. Call it stream or something like stream shape, something like that, because float is the result of the simulation. Stream shape. Stop. You need to give a distance of the stream, the size of your drainage.
You mean the width of the stream?
The width
of the river.
Yes.
So let's assume it is 10 meters.
No, this is the number of buffer. You keep 1. Below, fixed distance of 1 meter. Then it's fine.
You mean the elevation? No, this is not the elevation. This is the width of the
that's the width
stream, right?
Of the stream, yes.
So when I talk about, for example, Dijla river or Al-Furat river or Nile river, so that should represent the whole width of the river, right?
Exactly. If you speak about the Tigris, you can write maybe 20 meters. I don't know, but the drainage is small. 1 meter should be enough.
Yeah, okay.
And now you should have it. Okay, perfect.
Now we have to select it, right?
Exact.
And then we go to analysis, simulate water.
No, wait second, not yet. Now you have created,
I am in a hurry.
You have created the shape of the stream, that's fine, but it doesn't still have the altitude. It's just a shape, but with no altitude features. You have to put the altitude to this stream. Did you understand? You remember?
Yes, I do. How to do it?
You go to analyze this measurement. You were right. No. You go over the stream, exactly, right. And then analyze and measurement below.
Okay.
That's fine. And then the first one, apply elevation to selected
feature.
It will ask you from where? From the from the terrain layers. I take over.
Yeah.
Why is not working? I cannot take over anymore, apparently. Yes. Okay, I do it again. It's so like you did. You go here, analyze measurement, then apply elevation, and then Okay. You cannot do it now because the elevation, the digital model is not on. So you click on it. It's Aster or Aster. I don't remember which one we choose. Aster, right?
Yeah, Aster.
Aster. Okay, now we do it. Back. What is it? Here. Here. Now you see, now you can select from terrain layers. And then you replace the whatever is there. And now the elevation has been added to your drainage shape. Okay, now you can go ahead.
Okay, after selected it, it's already selected.
Yes.
We go to the lovely simulate water, right? Okay. So we will assume this is a flow for 1 meter.
Mm-hmm.
And we come here, we increase the amount of 1 meter.
Yes. Again, the number 38.2 is the resolution. Again, if you want very smooth or not smooth, it's like that. You go ahead, yeah. And then the 15. You see the 15?
Yes.
This is a number that if you do a simulation on a river, you can keep a big number. But on a drainage, put a small number. You will not have a dome, a kind of lake or a lagoon of 15 meters deep. So put 1 meter or 0.5.
Okay. And then, okay.
Okay, you will see, okay, interesting. This area is flat apparently, and is going to be flooded. So what does it mean?
It means this area it will be flooded, yeah?
Yeah. If we have 1 meter, so we have to make a drainage, a proper drainage in this area. And you remember how to make it smooth.
How to make it what?
To make it looking nice, because this looks very bad.
I don't know actually how.
So I take over.
Yeah, please.
You see how it looks? It doesn't look nice. It's a square area. So what we do, we redo the flooding, but not with a higher resolution. I delete this one, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Now we do a resolution, rise. Okay, 1 meter, but here we put a smaller number. We put 10 meters or even 5 meters. 5 meters. So we have a higher resolution, 5 meters, and then only what is on the screen. So it is quicker, otherwise it might take too much time. Okay, now it looks a little bit better.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, even reflects the reality.
More the reality, yes. And now we take out this one just to zoom in. We deselect this one. But if you zoom in, it's still not nice looking. So what we do it properly. We select it. We select all the flooding. Select all. Okay. And you see, we have 139 features. We want that all the features are as few as possible. So you go here, right click on it, and you combine. Somewhere, crop and combine. You see? Crop and combine. Tack. Now it's combined, and now out of 139 features,
it will be one feature.
There will be less 129. Okay, but it's fine.
Okay.
You see now it looks like that, better, but it's still not good. So what you do now, again, you select all, and now you make it smooth. Right click and reshape. Somewhere is smooth. You see?
Yes.
And now it looks much better. It looks like, let's say, like a floating somehow. You see? And now what you can do, just put it blue and transparent. So area style, the same for everything. You fill it solid on a blue color,
Yes.
and you fill it as transparent, 50% or whatever you want. Now, okay, I forgot something. I don't like the, if you do that, again, area style, same, select. I don't want a border style. So I put null. Looks better. Okay, and now if you put again the imagery, you see where is the flooding. Okay,
Yes.
looks good. Now, okay, fine. At this point, you should know where you have eventually you need to make a drainage before putting the tent, and you know where not to put your shelter, right?
Yes.
And at the same time, you know if you need to make an internal road, where would you make the internal road?
Actually, for flood, يعني, if we consider the flood, يعني, flood issues, يعني, for this amount of floats, we can deal with the floats by constructing, you know, this يعني, culverts or.
For sure, you do it. You construct culvert.
But it will be costly in this contest, يعني.
It will be costly, but having now knowing where is the drain, you can build your internal road in order to avoid culvert. You get the point, right?
No, I don't.
So you see here, theoretically, the water is going like that. Probably, in reality, probably the water goes like that under this valley. You see the valley here.
Yes.
And I don't believe that the water goes this way in the reality, but I think it goes down and then like that.
Okay.
Because you see, but the digital model.
Yeah, there is a small valley here.
There is a small valley. So in reality, with a nice digital terrain model, you would have this drain coming like that. That's correct. It goes like that. Probably the water, it goes like that. And I assume it goes like that in reality. You agree with me? Wait a second. If you would have a nice, digital terrain model done with the total station, you would have this type of terrain. So what does it mean? Here somehow in this plot there is need for a culvert for sure. And if you need to have an internal road somewhere here,
it's also possible.
Sorry?
I said it is also possible in the bottom section,
yes,
in the bottom part.
It is possible. It is possible. Yeah, it's not a very good example, but you use the existing road, and then at one point you can go inside. It's not a big. Yeah, the simulation is not that good because digital model is bad. That's the problem.
Even the site, arbitrary site, it wasn't selected.
Yes, exactly. But fine. But the idea is to understand where is from far, where is the water going through. Okay. Now, you could theoretically export everything in AutoCAD. You remember how it works?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you want to do it or not.
I can do it.
Before exporting, you have to choose what you want to export.
I want to export the not the word imagery actually, but the blank cam.
Yes.
And the, oh God. Just a minute. Not the blank cam, the blank cam, the watershed, and this one.
And eventually the contour line.
With the aster, yes. This is, so
Okay, fine.
Now we will go to export. Export to a vector,
Perfect.
and with the DXF file, and let's see. Let's say all data visible on the screen.
So I would say export everything. Those are vector is not so heavy. You can export everything.
Okay. I will say it will be a name with, let's see, save.
Yes, and now you have it. You can open it in AutoCAD and you can start. Ideally, at this point, you should also import in AutoCAD the existing road. Because in AutoCAD, you start to draw the community, right? And all the facilities.
Right.
And it is important to consider the existing road. And we didn't export them.
Okay, it will take a little bit of time.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you for your patience.
No. And yes, I don't know. And now my question to you and as well to Nizar, do you know how to display an overview map in qGis?
How to display this in
No, to make an not AutoCAD. I think you are the king in AutoCAD, but how to make an overview map of the general situation in qGis? Do you know?
Giorgio has taught us a little bit. If we export that as a shape file, shape.
Shall we go through that as well?
Yes, I agree. If Nizar,
because I think now once it is in AutoCAD, you know what to do, right?
Right.
Okay, let's go. But now when you work with GIS, you cannot export everything together like in AutoCAD. You have to export every single layer. So start to export first of all the plant camp.
One by one.
One by one, yes. We just export the plant camp and the contour line, just for matter of.
So I will select this and then export it.
Export
to vector.
Vector again, yes.
File.
Exactly, and it's an area, yes. You have to click on export areas.
Okay, and then we will add some shape file.
Now you call it plain camp, otherwise you will not understand what is it.
Shape file, okay. Well done.
Okay. And as well, since we don't, and then also export maybe the contour line and the stream.
You mean after exporting the plant camp?
No, that's fine. Now you go to OK. You go to OK.
Okay.
And that's it. Now you do the same for the plant, the contour line. No, okay.
At once you mean?
Yes, one by one you have to do it. And because if you have, if you do a map on GIS, the legend will be automatically generated.
Generated, right?
Automatically, and this layer by layer. So that's why every element should be a different layer.
Okay, I got it. So I selected this, and then I
File export.
sorry. This one, export.
No, not from there. You go to file.
File export. Vector also, shape file.
Shape again.
And then export lines.
Yes, only the line. We don't just the line. We don't need the points at this time.
Yes, I will shape.
You call it contour line. 1 meter.
Okay.
And maybe we can also export the drainage. Just
afterwards, right?
After, yes. Okay, now first okay, and then the drain.
Then after that, the stream we don't have to make it, right? The watershed analysis.
No, just that one, yes. And then it's enough. Of course, you can add more and more elements. You should add, if you would have time, existing road. You should add the existing building, existing community, everything, right? To have a complete map. But we limit our export to 3.
Okay. Streams, I name it.
Okay.
So
now you can open Quantum G.
I installed it day before yesterday.
No, not AutoCAD, to go to Quantum G.
No, I know, open it, but
yeah.
Unfortunately, my laptop. I use now my private laptop.
Yeah, that's the problem with this software. You cannot install it on
official. You can see how much programs. Yeah.
Yes.
From time to time, I'm working on so.
And then the official computer will not accept the new software, and there's always the same problem.
You know, the issue of installing programs.
Yeah.
Okay. I did that.
Maybe you can close AutoCAD so that it takes more resources, your program, your computer.
It will be there.
Take time.
If I would have known that we will be working on all of it, I would just open it before.
Don't worry. We have now again here before opening everything, put as a default the right projection.
So we have to go to the setting, right?
Right, perfect.
And options, as I remember. Right, and
it's CRS.
Yes, this one. Promote.
No, if you want, I can do it. So it's difficult to. Can I take over?
Yes. Yes, please.
Let me see. Okay. No, I cannot take over apparently anymore. I cannot take over. It's there. You click on the small word on the right.
Yeah.
Click there. You see, I cannot do it for some reason. It's not working. Okay, there. Yes. VGS, and then you just write on filter WGS 84 UTM, and then it will appear again on the filter.
but it shows another thing, right?
Yeah, but go on the filter up with your mouse. I cannot do it myself for some reason. It's not taking anymore. No, not from there.
From here, you can
Yes.
you can
Now I
you
can.
have
Now I
control
can.
now.
qGis 84. Let me see if I filter like that. No, nothing happened. Again, okay, here, qGis 84. Okay, let me see qGis 84 transit. Maybe I can filter with UTM. On the first time you do that, and then it will be easier. Here we are. qGis 84 UTM to zoo. Okay, here we are. Zone 37, right? Zone
Yes,
37. 37 north. Shoot. 40. 37 north. Okay. Here now you see also this red line. It is correct. It is on Turkey and Syria. Okay.
Yes.
Default. Okay. And also use default. This one. Use as a default projection. Now it's correct. Then you can take over.
Okay. And then after that, oh, there is something here related to. You know, the taskbar is not.
Yeah, you have to make it smaller. Probably you cannot.
Yeah, I have a program. I will just I will make it work as soon as possible. I have it here. It is working actually. Here is just a minute. Sorry for this. Yes, this is it. This is just to be able to raise this window upwards.
Okay.
I will just click out and move it upwards.
Okay, good. Now you can open your shapefile.
A lot of tricks.
Yeah.
So
Not like that.
wait.
It's wrong.
Import, you mean?
No, you just go below where you have. No, can I took over? I take over
Please.
to show. It's here. This one. You see? Can you see my mouse?
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Okay, that's it. Then you go to vector. And you choose the vector. There, exactly.
And then I choose the file from.
You can open 3 at once. The 3 vector at once. The 3 shapefile.
Desktop. Here. This was the land cam.
You have to take the extension shape. Remember.
Yes.
So you have 3 shapes.
Yes.
But no need for that. You can take it directly. You see there? Campaign shape. This one. And the third one.
And the third one is here.
Exactly. And then okay.
And then add, right?
Exactly. And close. Okay. Click on close. Okay, perfect. Now I see that you don't have the very important plugin. I took over your computer again. You need a very important plugin, MetaSearch, which is called, I install it for you once, and then you don't have to do it again. It will be loaded every time. Oh, but it's in Arabic. Ay, ay, ay.
No, it was in Arabic. I made it. I changed the language.
Okay, fine. Now the thing, I don't remember exactly what is the name. I just have to open my qGis because I don't remember the name of the plugin. Sorry for that, but my computer should be quicker than yours. It's map something. Map. Let me see if I can find it here. Map.
I wrote map upwards.
Yeah, no, but it's no, it's not opening qGis. Oh, sorry. qGis. Ah, yeah, I'm coming in. qGis. Okay. Now it's opening on my side because the plugin name I always forget, but it's a plugin that will show you so many background maps, not only in Google Earth, but you might have Bing, you might have OpenStreetMap, everything. And
Okay.
this is a very important plugin.
If you could give us the name of it.
Yeah, I don't remember, but now give me 30 seconds, 20 seconds, and it should be coming. It's called Map Plus. Yeah, there's so many plugins in Quantum. It's amazing. Why is not opening? It's not open. Ah, okay, now it's coming. Ready. Save ready. Okay, now I have it. It's here. The plugin is called Quick Map Service. Okay. Quick Map Service. You can look for it.
Okay, I will write it. Quick. This one, right?
Exactly, and then install it.
Okay, install plugin. What kind of data this will provide?
And now I will take over and I will show you. Okay, close.
Close.
Okay, why do you have? Okay, here we are. Now you see here on the right. Let's say you need a background map. Let's take Yandex map first. We take out everything. This one and this one, and just we zoom out a little bit, and just change make it transparent.
Yes.
How it works again. Simple fill, no solid, no brush, and here we make a dot line, a big level dash, a big one. Let's say 0.5. So it's okay. No, not 5. 0.5. Okay. Now I cannot. Can you say click OK, please? I cannot click OK.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Now you see here you have to look for the map. Let's write Google. Now it will search for all the Google Maps available for this area. We take, when you have a green spot, it's existing. If it's red, it's not existing. A good one is not Google, it's Yandex map. Yandex. It's a Russian map. Yandex, you have maps and satellite. Let's add satellite.
Oh, nice.
You see? And now, okay, now here you can see all the existing road and everything. And
this is more accurate than the one in the
yeah, it's much more accurate, yes. And then also here you can see the much better the real stream. Our simulation was actually very bad because I make it bigger. Simple stream, make it blue and pick 0, 4. Can you click OK, please?
Yes, I will.
Okay. You see, in reality, it is not like that. In reality, we can see properly. Yeah, probably the water is going down this direction. Looks like that, the stream. So I think we should not use our simulation, but we should use this stream. Here you can pretty nice see the stream. Or maybe it's a road, not very clear.
This is a road.
This is a road?
Yes. It goes through the, this.
You have been there. You have been there, right?
No, I haven't been there, but I know the areas there of trees and the road between trees.
Anyway, okay, now, like I tell you, the simulation we did is bad. We have a bad digital terrain model, but now what I want to show you, how to present it in a report, for example. Now, I take out this one, but I take Yandex, this one, let's see how it is. This map. Yandex map. It's not good. No, it's in Russian anyway. So let's take for the general map, let's take Google. Google Street. Google. We want to display to our chiefs the situation. Google map. Let's see this one. Okay, this is fine. Okay, it's Arabic, but you understand Arabic. I don't. So we don't need that one. That's it. So that's the site. So now let's say you want to display an overview first, and then a detail on a single page. So what to do? You go here. You see me? Show layout. If you would have a template, you could choose the template, but you don't have a template, but we might build one together, a nice template with the logo and everything. Now we don't have it, so we use an empty page. To create an empty page, we put camp overview, like that, and we go to this one. First, you need to know how you are going to print. If you print A4, it's different than if you print A1, because the size of your letters have to be different. The icons have to have a different dimension. So you check on the right click, page properties, and you will see you are now working on AE4, okay? And landscape. You can also put, of course, portrait. Like you prefer. In this case, let's see what makes more sense in this case. Portrait or landscape?
Landscape.
Makes more sense. Okay. We go back, we go here, and we go on landscape. Fine. And then we start to import the map, add map. Now you import exactly what you have displayed on the map. Okay. This one. Your site is here, and that's the overview, but you need a nice title. So you put on here, add label. You put like that. Of course, if you have more time, you make everything proper. And here you have to put a nice title, new camp proposal. What is name it, and then what governorate, I don't know,
The sub-district and district.
Sub-district, blah, 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 date. So you put a nice title on it. Here, it's a pity that I have to make it closer so I will have everything. Okay, now I think, better access. Here, you go down. First, you select, you select first. And then, of course, you can make it bigger. And like in a Word document, you change the size, you change the color, you change whatever you want to change. It's wrong. I can font here on the font, bigger size. I mean, the beautification is up to you, of course.
Yes, yes,
then the center, and then if you go even more down, you can in the middle, and then a background. Okay, you see like that. That's clear. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you have the legend. Like I told you, you imported every single layer because in this way the legend is going to be automatically generated based on the layer that you have. Here
on the layout scale.
No, the legend. We speak about the legend now. Okay, scale is coming now. Here you have to be careful. Those are the layer that you have, but you don't need all. That's why you take out auto update, and then you delete the layer that you don't need to have in the legend. Is this one you have to take out? Okay, and then as well you need to take out this one and this one. Okay. Now I cannot see anymore.
Just let me take control. I will just stop this program.
Okay.
Because it shows me. Right. Okay.
Okay. Now again, the good thing of this automatic legend is that if you change, for example, the color of your site, automatically the legend will be changed. So you don't have to bother like AutoCAD to make a nice legend. And here you write legend. Okay, so you see it's like that. Now, what else do you need? You need the scale bar. You click on that on the left. Okay, and that's the scale bar again, automatically generated. You don't have to change so much. If you change the size here, you can, let's say, move around a little bit, and you can also change the size, the scale. You see the scale automatically change.
Yes.
Okay, now I don't know how. Here is our. Now, okay, that's our side like that. Fine. And then what it's also, in my opinion, very important is that you write a box with all the important and principal information. For example, you can write the size of the camp. I don't know. Now I just write something.
Yes.
And then max hosted refugees. Max hosted. Sorry, IDP. Some very important information that gives you an idea. Double point, let's say 100. No, I just write numbers. Don't worry. But or max household, max household. Let's say the most basic. Basic information.
Summarization of my
exactly.
brand camp.
And then of course,
capacity, etc.
Like usually, you can change the size, you can change everything, the color and the font, and also you can put a background so that we can see that. Let's make it bigger, maybe. This is also beautification that you know better to do than I do. I'm not depending on your style or whatever you like. 16, okay, like that. So you have an idea. So the idea is that on a report, someone opens the report and can georeference himself. And then the good thing, now you freeze this one, you freeze this map. How to freeze? We have to go back probably. Where are we now? No, item property. I'm sorry, here. I have to go here. Here, item property. Here you freeze it. You see lock layer and lock style. Okay. And now you go back on your page. Is this one? Is this? No, this is a global mapper. Sorry. You go back on your map. Okay. Yes. And now we change again. We go to satellite and we zoom in properly. You could eventually also import from AUTOCAD. What is it? From AUTOCAD, you could import all the community, for example, through Global Mapper, like that. Okay. Like that, more or less. Okay, let's leave it like that. I need the stream. I put the contour line eventually. No, I don't put, there are too many. I just put the stream, just an example. And now what you do, you go back again on your layout. And here again, this is frozen. It cannot be changed anymore. Again, here you add the new site. And you put it somehow here. Now you have a detail map in the main map. You get it? Okay. So you can put eventually, if you want, arrow. Where is the arrow? Ah, here is the arrow. Okay, you take the arrow from here. You can show that this is the site. Okay. So now, even here, okay, it's not properly. Let me zoom in a little bit.
Yes, yes, we got the idea.
You got the idea, no? Okay, that's fine. And then also here you can put on this one. This is map number 2, you see, selected. So you can put a legend for map number 2, which will be completely different, 200 meters, you see. So the reader will have an idea about the general overview, where is the site, and detail overview. Aha, it looks like that, it is in this region. Again, if you have now, let's say, the communities included, done by AUTOCAD, it could be a legend. You could also put a legend, which would be as well automatically generated. And yes, that's the idea behind. You get it, eh?
It's very nice.
It's very nice. And then once it's done, just export it as a picture or as a PDF, and you can add it to any report. And these, especially for the shelter cluster meeting, it's very important so that they understand that they know that you know what you speak about, because they understand where it is. You show that you have done the contour line analysis, the flooding analysis, and everything, and your proposal will look much more professional.
Yes.
Clear. Now, if you want, I can show you here. Let's say you also need to put your logo. It's very easy. Just put a picture here. And there, you see here, image sources. You choose your logo somewhere. Maybe you have the logo of your organization.
Okay, I got it.
You can put it. And then if you want to put, if you want to make happy the shelter cluster, you put your organization here and the shelter cluster logo here. so they feel that they are important and they are happy. Okay. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. And if you have a donor, let's say a echo, whatever it is, you put also the echo logo, because this map might end in Geneva, might end in Brussels, might end I don't know where. And if the donor sees his logo on the map, and it's a nice looking map, they will be happy and they will say, aha, this organization works properly, and they also say that they get the money from us, because visibility is very important for donors.
Yes.
And you have to play with it. No, it's, and then now if you we still have 10 minutes. If you do you have question on that?
Actually, for the qGIS, we have to, yeah, from my side, I have to go back again and again and again.
Yeah, but
because I haven't worked in it, so all the infos are new.
Yes, definitely. But you will see it's a very user-friendly environment.
Yes, yes, yes,
and,
I can see.
And you will be quick.
Just we have to know the you know, this how to use it, yani, properly, yani, what is first, what's second, what's third. You know, this
yes,
procedure.
and don't worry, you can even call me anytime if you have any question. What I want to tell you as well is that it is worth to do and spend one morning and do a nice not tutorial, a nice template. We can do a very, I can show you a very short way to do a template. Just, we don't do it now, but just for you to have an idea how it works. Okay? So that you have a template and all your maps are going to look at the same way. Okay? You start with an empty template. Okay? You create and you wrote template. Template. Shit. It's a A4, and this is horizontal. How you call it? Not vertical, or I write horizontal. Horizontal. Okay. Don't worry about the mistake. Eh? Now it's, we make a new map. You make a template. You can make shape. For example, add a rectangle. You make a shape, a small shape here. Okay. I do it quick because we don't have so much time. Well, in a few minutes, Giorgio will put us out. Okay, it's like that. Okay, and then like that. Then okay, another one, another shape. I copy it, copy, I paste, copy. Another one here. Ah, shit. Okay. Now, sorry, it will not be a nice template. Don't use it, but just to show you the way. A nice here and template here. Okay, then another one here. Okay. So why is not coming? It is more difficult because it's slow. Then you do it properly at home. Another one here, for example, rectangle. So you have the border of your map. Okay, maybe then you can put another one here. Rectangle. Okay. Then you will have, you put a picture here. Do you have in your computer one logo somewhere? Can you choose one logo here? Look for one logo. Whatever.
Hopefully I will find, because
you don't have?
Actually, I don't use this.
Okay, don't worry. I take your face. Okay. That's the logo.
Okay.
Okay, that's the logo. That's organization, and then we put here the title. No, didn't work. Title.
Thank you very much, my colleagues Andrea and Khalid.
You are leaving?
Leave. I will review some recorded videos, inshallah. And
okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine, don't worry. We finish here, and in a few minutes, we are going to join again the classroom.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So here again, title. Okay. And then here you can put another logo, whatever. This one, maybe this has to be colored. Let's color it somehow in rotation, rendering, position, and size. There must be a way to color it.
Yeah, it is there somewhere. Yeah, I can't find it. No.
Position and here, style. It was in front of me. Simple fill and solid, and you can color. You do it properly, nice, and then you save it as a template. Save as a template. And now I just save it on the desktop. Fine. Now here, template. Okay. Now it's saved. Now next time when you do a map, close. Next time when you do a map, you go here.
I can just choose
and
it
then
directly.
You go to specific. You choose it. Let's see, a template, open, and then everything is there, and then it should be create. Yes, create. You put the name test. You see now you have your template, and this is good because doing like that, all the maps will have the same style, and after a while, everyone will recognize very quick to whom the map belongs, because it's always the same style.
Yes.
You get it, eh?
Yeah. As in AutoCAD, also in AutoCAD, when we draw some plans or drawings, we used to have some, this sheet.
Yes, the idea is the same, the template everywhere.
Yeah.
But doing like that, it's very simple.
Yes, I can see.
Good. I think we have it. It's important you also understand the link between AutoCAD and GIS.
From AutoCAD to GIS.
Yes.
You mean through the global mapper? I mean.
Through global mapper. It's very important because really in GIS you make nice maps, nice overview. You make automatic legends. With global mapper you make terrain simulation, terrain analysis, and with AutoCAD you make precise drawing, and everything can be linked. It's clear. Eh? Ideally, when you do a new site, you deliver to the people 3 types of maps: overview maps, and then type of thematic maps like wash map, drainage map, and then construction and plotting map with AutoCAD, where all distances are marked, exact distance between shelter, exact size of the road, everything very, very precise in AutoCAD. That's the idea behind.
So the overview maps will be through the QGIS.
Much
and
better.
The other.
Yes, because you have this background map.
Drainage, etc. And you mean in the global mapper and the construction maps?
No, in global mapper you just make the analysis, and then through the analysis, this information goes either to AutoCAD for drawing, precise drawing, or to GIS if you need to make an overview.
Okay. It's just a third party, let's say a third party program.
Exactly. It's just elaboration of the terrain analysis. Yes. Global matter is not good for displaying, for making layout. It's very bad on that, but it's very easy and good for analysis.
Okay, Andre.
Okay, we joined the group. You can take over your screen again, and we can join the group again.
What should I do? Should I just stop sharing, right?
Yes, stop sharing. Yes, and then I call Giorgio back. Okay. I hope it was fine, Khaled.
Yeah, very nice and very helpful. Thank you, Andrea, so much.
Okay, and just to inform you, after this workshop, Giorgio finish everything, but I will stay for another 5 months as a support for this operation from home. But I will tell you that next week, so we can continue and we can have many other stuff. And especially, I will introduce you to use of the drone as well, which is very important.
Will be very, very nice.
Yes, and it will come. We will have 5 months for that, so no problem. In 45 seconds, we go back.
Okay.
It was a pleasure.
What are you drinking?
Tea.
What are you drinking?
Chai, tea. I live in the mountains. It's cold here.
In Italy, which province?
No, in Switzerland, in the Swiss Alps.
Ah, in Switzerland. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And you are in Gaziantep.
In Gaziantep, right?
I was there. You know that, but we didn't meet, right?
Yeah, we met in the UNHCR.
Yes, we met there, and then I had to go home because I had an accident with my eye. That's why I left like that.
In the upcoming maybe month, I think so.
Okay. Bear in mind that there is a huge community online that can give you a lot of indication. You can find easily on top of the tutorials that we have provided for this training, which are very much focused on global mapper, but you can find an entire community of people using QuantumJS, and it's easy to find the information that you might need to continue with your work.
I hope so.
Okay, Andreas, so how was it?
I don't want to answer myself. Ask. It
was bad. I'm sure it was bad.
Right? Sorry.
Khaled, you have to unmute. Unmute.
That was very helpful. Today we had, we worked on my laptop, which was deadly slow. So yeah, we went through some arbitrary area and made some drawing and analysis, terrain analysis in the global mapper, and then we exported that to qGis. And Andrea taught us how to make some layout and adding some logos, which was my photo. Yeah,
very nice. Okay.
Yeah, it was very helpful this time.
Okay. Okay. Actually,
both of you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're most welcome. I made a mistake. I forgot to record the session. And when I realized that it was too late, I said, okay, guys, just leave it. So
most probably they are recorded in our mind now.
You think so?
Yeah, someone is recording, I think.
Andrea is recording. Andrea, we cannot hear you. You are mute.
I did recording our session, but of course not yours.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm sorry for you guys. And but as I said this morning, it might be helpful that you take your time to see the recording of the other session that you didn't attend, that you might get some more detailed information. Personally, on our session, I don't know whether you did kind of similar. I have particularly insisted in identified elements that can be important for your design. Okay, so we discovered we had quite a lot to survey, quite a lot to indicate in our drawings, and quite a lot that can be exported directly into AutoCAD that can facilitate our job. So we managed to identify trees, different type of soils, existing paths, roads, and existing building. So, but all these elements that can help you to avoid design military camps and support you in designing real settlements, because you incorporate elements which are really existing on ground. Okay, guys, any other comment?
So, George, the next session?
Okay, according to the program, let me check. Next week will be a little bit less technical, a part of my just hold on a second. Just hold on a second, because we will send an email, but anyway, with the updated program. But the next week, which is going to be the last one, lucky you guys, you must be tired to listen to us.
No.
Okay. Okay, basically we're going to have the session, which is Tuesday, 16th of June. We will talk about, we will make a kind of micro-urban analysis, and the way we can shape the settlements considering the cost. We will also look at the budget implication of certain of certain budget implication during designing and time frame. This is going to be for Tuesday, and I will be the one boring you for 2 hours, unfortunately. Then we will have a session dedicated to protection in settlements, which is going to be the 17th of June, Wednesday. And then Thursday, the day after, we're going to have camp management, future of camps, and at the conclusion of our training.
So we have three days after each other, 16, 17, and 18, right?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, indeed. The morning session and the afternoon session. So I think that should be it for now. And if there is no anything else, I thank you, and just have enjoy the weekend.